Hello, everybody. Today we're joined by the very beautiful.
Thank you. I'm Brit Jones. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy to be here. We're here to talk about plant-based lifestyle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the first question I have for you is because I heard you're vegetarianism, I believe.
So I refer to myself as vegan conscious. I'm on a journey. I haven't reached the destination.
So basically, you just eat plants. And why do you believe?
No, she doesn't.
First of all, I was going to ask you.
But I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
She
But
just
that's not
eats
what
plants.
veganism means. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I appreciate that because you're right.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
There's a lot of options when you eat plant-based. It's not just fruits and vegetables. There's lentils. And then also because of like where we are as a society, there's a lot of like meat alternatives that you can enjoy, like a burger, a bean burger, tofu scramble. You got a lot of options.
Isn't it kind of fake for you to say, oh, I love plants and then disguise it as meat to
When
fool
you
people
cook your
into
chicken,
eating?
do you put it in the oven and bake it and you don't season it? Or do you use plants to season your meat?
Yeah, but
That's where the flavor comes from.
that is true. But as a meat eater, we take what we want and we do as we please. And as vegan, as you can see him, he looks like a vegetarian.
No, I don't. No, I
Eat
don't.
some meat,
There's
by
a
the
lot
way.
of bodybuilders that eat a plant-based
living
diet, and they're
And-
like,
And how many champions do you know that eat a
Wait, do you-
plant-based diet?
Do you even know the definition of what a vegetarian or a vegan is?
No, why don't you tell me?
This is getting
Thank you.
good.
Miss April
You
Jones
need-
confused.
Because I'm going to have to really get them together.
Hold on,
and he called me April.
He did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot your name.
I'm Brit.
Brit.
Yeah.
I've
So
been
you
eating
can't
so
eat-
much
No,
vegetarian.
you haven't. You can't even get her name right.
That's why, because he eat meat. That's why.
Oh, because I eat
No,
meat.
but
too.
today-
No, today we came to school. We have a banana. We have a cucumber.
Oh, so you
we
don't
also
eat
have
meat.
a granola. I didn't say, well,
Well, what's the protein count and all that stuff? you got
Yeah,
there?
exactly.
I mean, I haven't-
Okay, so if you're looking for protein, you're not going to necessarily find it in your fruits. There are a lot of vegetables that have protein, but really where it comes from is your grains and your lentils. So your beans, your quinoa, your lentils.
So it's not that bad if I do want to partake in being an omnivore. I want a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's okay still, right?
So I do a show, it's called Vegucation. And I'm big on like edutainment. So I want to make sure that you're educated, but also make it fun. And the thing that we say is like, it's progress, not perfection. So I'm not going to come on here and beat you up like, you eat meat, oh my gosh, you're a terrible person. I think even if you did like a meatless Monday, every little bit helps because there's a lot of motivations for like why people choose a plant-based lifestyle. There's motivations for like being health conscious. If you care about animals and you don't want to harm them, but it also benefits the planet. It helps us to fight climate change.
Okay, that
Let me
is
ask
true.
this then.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
King Fo, let me see this then. So if me harming an animal and eating it is so brutal, then if saving the planet and eating trees and berries and nuts, but how am I saving the planet? Because I'm taking those things away. If we need the oxygen from the trees, but we're eating all the trees, then what?
So vegans don't eat trees. So that's the first thing. We don't eat trees.
You eat plants.
I don't want you to go out here eating trees. So if you do want to become a vegan,
Yeah.
fruits and vegetables
Okay.
As you
and
can see
grains.
right here.
Okay.
Not trees and grass.
Okay.
Not trees and grass.
That's a
but what about
hurtful
it's
stereotype, okay?
It's plant-based. So if you're eating all the plants in the environment, then what's so wrong with me eating the animals in the environment?
But the plants are natural. It's coming from God's green earth.
Look,
It's
okay,
something they
if you eat a cow, how do you replace the cow?
You have another cow.
If you,
It's not
where
the
does
same
it come from? If you killed the cow.
Another cow.
But
When you
but-
okay, I see what she's
when you
saying.
eat plants, you can always
Always
regrow your garden.
So you
Alright,
propagate
let's-
the plants and you impregnate the cows. I don't understand what.
I
No,
see
Keith,
where
you're not
both of
getting
you guys are
it.
coming
You're not
from, but the more because I'll cut back on the bad man role and the trickster role to more of a serious one in
Okay.
terms of like I have a lot of friends that are in the combat world, including myself, and some of them do use the vegetarian diet to cut weight and so on and so forth, and it's a great diet, but
It's not diet, it's a lifestyle. But go on.
it's
Bang,
lifestyle,
bang.
sure. But in the end of the day, they do have to step in the ring and they put their bodies on the line. My question is, since there are hiccups in the diet or lifestyle, it's a diet, let's be
It's
honest.
a life.
Okay,
Style.
it's a lifestyle.
Okay.
It's a lifestyle.
The
It's
lifestyle.
not eating trees.
Diet
Yeah.
is temporary.
Okay, it's
Lifestyle
a
is
lifestyle.
eternal.
I do have a friend, Bianchi Zimmerman, who does have that lifestyle for a long time now. What I'm saying is, there have been complaints that your iron deficiency is low.
Yeah.
Calcium level, I believe, is also low. Also, you lose muscle mass. In terms of athletes, how does that lifestyle benefit us?
So 2 things. The only vitamin that you are naturally deficient from when you eat a plant-based lifestyle is B12. And the reason for that is, where does B12 come from? It comes from the soil. The reason that the way that we process our foods nowadays, all the soil is wiped off, and so we don't get the benefit of the B12 that comes from the ground. Everything else can be supplemented, and it really just depends on like, what are you eating? There's a lot of people that claim to be vegan and they eat Beyond Burgers every single day. They're not eating raw, whole plants and vegetables, and that's where all of the nutrients come from.
But couldn't I just make an argument and say that you could just go to a meat diet or a meat lifestyle, which in terms of strength, a prime example would be Francis Ngannou, who looks like a walking, just an Adonis. He looks amazing in terms of lifting weight and
I bet he don't look better than What's Good Berto, and he's vegan.
Yeah, but
And
one
he'll
man
drop
can
kick
knock
you
out-
on the floor.
Whoa.
Oh, come on.
He's
I don't
a
know.
big dude, and
Okay.
he eats plants all day long.
Okay.
The other thing is, have you ever seen, it's a documentary, it's called The Game Changers.
I have not.
Okay.
I have better things to do.
I'm gonna need you to watch it. Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it, and it's all of these like top of the line, like high impact athletes
Yes.
that eat plant based. So it's a huge myth that you need meat to gain muscle.
So I don't
You're
necessarily
misinformed.
need all of that meat and all of that extra animal protein, all that goes into it. If I switch and go more so plant-based, you're saying ultimately, does the longevity of my life increase as well? Like,
Absolutely.
What are the benefits?
So there's something called a China study.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard of it, it's a study, obviously from China, where the participants ate a rice diet for so many days. And then they gave a baseline of like the health conditions before and the health conditions after. And the China study is just one example. There's so much research out there that kind of showcases what a plant-based diet or a plant-based lifestyle, what it can do for your body. People have reversed health conditions by just changing what they eat. Because ultimately, what you put in your body is what fuels your body. So think about this. If you are eating meat, and again, I am so not judgmental,
She's treading lightly.
but if you are eating, let's say, a steak,
Yes.
and if the cow had cancer, and if the butcher butchered the cow, saw the cancer, and just cut that part out and gave you the other part, what do you think that's going to do to your body?
Ooh, that's a good one.
That goes into what I'm thinking. You know how you are what you eat, right?
Totally.
Because I'm very spiritual as well. And they're going
100%.
to get me because they say, oh, here he goes with that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. Yeah. I say nothing but a word. Continue.
It's a carcass. Is that where you're going? You eating carcass.
You're eating not only the animal, but you're eating the pieces of the animal, like you said, the cancer, the mental state of that animal. So you ever ate a piece of meat, you brute, and it feels like, oh, I'm really worn out, I'm dragged out, like, and your whole emotional cycle changes.
Yeah.
I believe in those things. So I'm like, you're actually eating different parts of that animal and what it went through, the torture,
I mean,
the suffering,
Their
the
spirit,
slaughter.
yeah.
Yes,
What
their
do you-
spirit.
I agree.
So you ate that animal's spirit, but if you reverse it and be like, you know what? I don't want to eat that. I don't want that beef or that.
Okay,
cow
Can I ask
or
a question
chicken.
though? Since we're
yeah,
talking
You might
about
have a change
spirits,
of how you feel.
what if the animal was in good spirits?
exactly.
Well, it was a good chicken that day.
I mean,
That's what
all
I'm
I'm
saying.
That's
saying
like Popeyes,
It
right?
died of natural causes.
Yeah.
all I'm saying
What
is,
chicken you know died of natural causes?
yeah. All I'm
Hypothetically
saying
speaking,
is
you
it's
know.
good. For example, we need population control. Certain places in the world cannot grow plants. And most athletes, even though some of you might not agree with me, I don't know why, I'm the only athlete here. I mean, look at this one.
I'm an athlete too.
You got me there.
What, sleeping?
I'm not athletic.
Whoa!
Anyways,
I work out. What are you talking about? I
most
work out.
athletes do need meat or do eat meat. And most men prefer to eat meat.
That's a lie.
Most vegetarians
That's a
I've
lie.
seen that are guys are weak-willed, soft.
Okay.
That's a lie.
Vegetarians should be women.
Why'd you point to me? Hold the hell. Wait a minute.
And you keep, so you do know there's a difference between vegan and vegetarian, right?
No, I have better things to do than look at.
So it's time for you to learn. That's
Okay.
what we're trying to.
Oh, so you're calling me
I'm
a
calling
meat
you out.
eater, a brute?
No, 4 days.
No, I called you a brute.
Traditional
Yeah.
meat eating
Yeah.
diet. That's omnivore.
Yeah.
You eat meat. Pescatarian, you eat fish.
Yes.
And
Vegetarian is you don't consume meat, but you'll still take in animal byproducts like eggs or like cheese. And then vegan is like anything from an animal, you don't touch it.
okay, so that means you got to.
Oh, so they're a bunch of hippies
Butter and
You get so now they have all kinds of like vegan butter where they use like coconut oil or
Yeah.
they don't use actual like animal
what about
products.
eggs though? Is there any type of vegan eggs?
So the best alternative that I found for eggs is my husband really likes the Just Egg.
Yeah.
I like tofu.
Is it good?
I can make a tofu scramble. You might know that it's not scrambled eggs, but it's gonna taste really good.
For real?
Okay,
It's gonna taste
so
really
Try
good
that.
all of this sounds amazing, right?
because it is.
Okay, I'm sure I believe you, but a lot of people can afford all these things. The last time I checked, it's easier to buy, or it's cheaper to buy a soda than it is water.
Yeah.
So,
And I have a huge. I'm so glad you brought that up because I have a huge. Like my biggest dream is to have some kind of like fast food convenience store option
Yeah.
or convenience like drive-through option, like a McDonald's for plant-based. I hate that it is not
Did
accessible.
y'all ever think about this?
Don't steal that idea because I'm still trying to come up with it.
You said that on camera, so I hope y'all don't steal
Please don't steal that idea. And if you want to work together, you want to finance it, call me. Call me, okay?
Like that,
Call
like
me.
that.
But did y'all ever think about when you go to the underserved and underprivileged communities?
Yeah.
We get a carry out fast food places on every corner. We get liquor stores, but we don't get these. We don't get.
There's no
places-
Whole Foods.
Maybe we don't want it there.
But
do
we
you
don't.
mean?
We
That's
don't have the
problem.
option.
Who is
Sometimes.
we?
Yeah, who
we
is
don't want
we?
it there.
We as in like the government is trying to like keep us down, or
Or is
we
it the
as in like
community?
the
Yeah, like, what do you
community.
mean by
But sometimes the community.
I think it's a lack of awareness or a lack of
Exactly.
knowledge. I don't think
Yes.
it's I don't think it's a lack of desire.
Yeah.
People want to be healthy. People want to be around to enjoy life, to spend quality
you don't
time with
give-
their family. If you don't give them the option,
Exactly.
Another
How can you make the choice?
Another devil's advocate is, or the main focus point of either if you're vegan or vegetarian is the fact that it makes you healthier. How about you? Well, how about most people around there? How about you go out and you just exercise? That's, you call me fat phobic, whatever, but how about you just go outside and run?
Wait,
how about you exercise
You
and
looking
eat
at me
what you
because I
want?
exercise and I
This is
run.
straight. Yeah, this straight to you. Okay, so let me
Yeah.
cut attention. So, are we talking about a lifestyle and eating? Or are we
Because
talking
that is
about
what
like
is pushed.
exercising?
well, but you're
Well,
making an
almost.
assumption that exercise alone
Yes, exercise
improves your health.
It does.
It's a combination of what you do and what you feel, how you feel your body, what you eat. It's
But
a
if you
relationship that goes hand in
exercise
hand.
Why
enough,
would you eat?
but if you exercise enough,
You can never
you could-
exercise out McDonald's every day. Sorry, McDonald's. But you cannot exercise out fast food every single day. You cannot. You
I
can't do
disagree.
it.
I think an athlete could easily eat McDonald's, be in good shape,
I
and
disagree
just
with
be.
But what are your insides gonna look like? Because some
Exactly.
of
How
do
those
you feel?
foods, they're
Exactly.
being so processed on so many different ways.
Oh my goodness,
What are your
yes.
internal organs looking like? A bunch of bean bags?
Honestly, I don't think
let's
that's
ask
bad
forward.
enough. I think fast food gets a huge rap
Why,
because.
'cause it's so fast.
What is your?
Oh, it's it's.
What is your
fast.
diet on
And
a, on
cheap?
A
Yeah, what do you
consistent basis?
eat?
What do you eat?
Also, you guys gonna call me on
Yeah,
what's
we
it
want to know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the people want to know.
Yeah,
too.
what do you
People
eat?
know. What does Fode eat?
What I eat is
Garbage.
I do eat a steak.
Okay.
I do eat vegetables on the side, and
That's nice. You eat the vegetables.
and when
On
it's
the
time for
side.
me
I'm impressed.
to cut weight, I usually go to the vegan side so I can cut.
Did
weight.
y'all hear that, folks? When he want to do right by his body, he eats
And they wanna
vegetables.
go, yeah.
Yeah, but
That's not the way to do it.
But I do it
Thou
because I am
doth
a
protesteth
professional
too
athlete.
much.
Come
Okay?
on. Yes, people can call me fake. You can say this and that, but
We didn't say any of that.
at the end of it, what you guys were
Guilt.
Okay.
That's what that is.
It's not
and it's the cow we ate.
the cow.
That's the cow you ate. The steak.
Real
Have you
men
ever
kill
consi-
things and eat it. All right.
Wait a
No,
minute.
no.
Real men
Not
might.
true,
though.
You said
It's not
real
true,
men
though.
kill things and
Not
eat
true.
it?
Yes.
Okay, so
You also
humans,
said when you want your body a certain way, you eat vegetables.
But I'm a
Case
special
closed.
So wait a
case.
minute.
Have a good
I
night.
am
You are
a
a special case.
special
You are
case,
definitely
all
a
right?
special
I'm a professional athlete. I'm not a stick
Yes.
figure. Oh, I'm not,
Not
what
stick
do you
figure.
call it? Spiritual. So, in the end of the
I felt
day,
that touch my face.
I was
I apologize
hurtful.
about that, but I
Yeah.
meant to do that as well.
Wow.
But all
so
I'm saying
mean.
is, exercise do play a huge part compared
It's
to
part of it.
the food you eat.
It's
I
like
think
15% of the
McDonald's-
equation, but go on.
Right. Most of this world, people are starving to death. And
But we're
honestly
we're
speaking,
killing
if you
animals,
could
though.
ask them, oh, if I had McDonald's and so on and so forth, they would say absolutely. I would prefer to have McDonald's than to starve to death. I just think people are lazy. I think people don't want to work out. I think they use this.
Okay,
veganism
Kim
and
Kardashian,
all-
get your ass up and work.
I believe she was right too. Okay.
I'm sure you do.
I love Kim Kardashian, and I think everything she said was right. I think
Foday,
Yeah.
we are not about to focus on Mrs. or Miss Kardashian.
Wait, what?
I
I
just
feel like, if anything, too,
Yeah.
with the whole get up and exercise and get up and work, that's not the entire solution to things.
But we are
Even
running
though
out of
there are
time.
lazy people,
We are running
but
out of
it's
time.
the
Just one
education.
part.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
one part. It's
absolutely.
the education. That's
Absolutely.
maybe why we don't have the stores we have on the corners. That's why it's liquor stores on every corner. That's why it's those type
Exactly.
of
So we
drugstores on
need
every
to have
corner.
the-
If you're
the
more
option, as we
holistic
said.
and you
And the
believe,
awareness.
and your
Awareness.
awareness
So the-
increases, then you can go into that lifestyle, not a diet, with a different state of mind, and not kill and be brutal to all
I
animals
think-
and
And can I
Creatures
just
on
add,
Earth.
if doctors
Yes.
were trained on biology and nutrition, we would have a much different society.
I think we all
When
should.
you go to the doctor, they ask you, how much
Yeah.
do you weigh?
Yes.
Check your blood pressure.
Yeah.
Do they ask you, what do you eat?
No, they look at your body probably and can tell.
They're not asking. They might make an assumption,
It
but they're not
depends on your
asking
weight.
you, what are you eating? When they take your blood, are they then looking at the foods that you're eating and how they affect your body?
only if you start to develop health issues like high blood pressure, heart
Exactly.
disease. Then they say, well, are you
Reactive.
eating a lot of
Reactive.
pork?
And not
A lot
being
of people-
proactive.
Let's start being preventative and
Right.
proactive.
We should agree to disagree, but we are out of time.
I won you over, and you know I did.
Whoa!
And she did. She got you.
You
came-
said,
We got
Class
you.
was
when
in
I want to slim down, I'm eating vegetables because they're the best.
You guys wanted a black woman on this table. Now y'all see why I bring black women on this table. I've been crushed. I agree. A lot of the stuff she said was absolutely
concedes.
correct. I was
don't have a
reaching
choice,
hard
Steve.
just to get a reaction. I couldn't get a reaction. And if you want to be a vegan, go for it. It's a great diet, even though she calls it a lifestyle.
It's not a
And-
diite.
And look at this one. Look at this one. So
We
happy.
will correct
AP,
it.
let
It's
him
not
close
a
it out.
diet.
Let him
So
close it out,
happy.
AP. You can't win them all.
Am I very salty right now? I
are.
am. She came ready. But where can they find you? And where can they follow you? Because I am absolutely baffled.
Okay. So you can follow me, the Brit Jones, all social media platforms, Vegecation, all social media platforms, and Good Things DC. Thank y'all for having me. This has been
you.
so much
We
fun.
appreciate
Yes,
it. And
thank
you
you
are
for
welcome
coming
to
on
come
with
back
us.
anytime.
That's right.
Definitely. Foday, you want me back?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
It was good.